Okay, let's work on spam management, but for comments. So we already have this for ideas. If you don't remember, we can mark an idea as spam. We can mark it as not spam as an admin. So this will reset the spam counter. And we also have this filter here on the main page, which allows us to show spam ideas. So right now there's none. But if there was, it would show here and we can go into it and act accordingly and delete it if we need to. So let's do the same for comments. So let me just remove this and go into one of these and let's go ahead and start. So I'm going to move quickly here because it's pretty much the same as adding ideas, which we've already done. So we'll do mark as spam together, and then I might skip over the not spam part. So first thing I'm going to do is add a column on the database like we did for ideas. So let's check out ideas here. So create ideas table. We have this spam reports field. So let's add that to our comments. Create comments table. Let's add it here. And let's go ahead and migrate fresh seed again. Sorry, I'm not in the folder. Migrate fresh seed. Okay, and now we should have that in our database. So if we go here into comments, there it is. Okay. So let me just refresh this since we have new data. Okay, let's go into this one and let's add the menu item here. Actually, it's here already, but we have to make it work like deleting comments. So let's do that. That would be an idea comment. So let's duplicate this one. Can delete comment. And let's get rid of this one. Or we can grab this. Okay. And we don't need auth on this because anyone who's logged in can do this action. And we already have the auth directive on the entire div. Okay. So we have to do the same trick we did for editing and deleting ideas, where we have to set the comment, and that will set the comment based on whatever the user clicks here, or whichever one they want to mark as spam. So let's name it set mark as spam comment. Okay. And let's go ahead and make that Livewire component. So PHP artisan Livewire make mark comment as spam. Okay. So let's open that up. Mark comment as spam. And this will be pretty much the same as delete idea or edit idea or comment, I mean. So let's grab this, paste, and let's change these here. So mark as spam, comment was set, comment was marked as spam. Let's say mark comment as spam. Okay. Are you sure you want to mark this comment as spam? And that should be fine. Don't need this sentence. Mark as spam for the button. And mark as spam for the Livewire action. Okay. Now let's go into the Livewire class. So mark comment as spam. And I'm just going to grab some stuff from the delete idea. Or sorry, delete comment. I keep saying idea. So let's grab all of this. Okay. Let's go back here. Let's paste that in. Let's import comment. Okay. Let's change this to set mark as spam comment. Let's change this one to mark as spam comment. Okay. And we still need to set it here. Let's say mark as spam comment was set. And this method should be called mark as spam. Okay. So for auth, we only need to make sure that the user is logged in, so we can get rid of this. Let's import response. And all we're doing is incrementing the column on the database. So we have our comment, this comment. We have that new field, spam reports, and it's incremented. Okay. And we have to save that comment. So this comment, save. Let's emit this event. Comment was marked as spam. Comment was marked as spam. Okay. So let's grab this event and we have to add it in our success notification. Okay, let's duplicate this. So comment was marked as spam. And we also have to update our comment. So idea comment. Actually, we'll do that later. Let's just see if it works for now. And I think I forgot to render it. So in our ideas model, or models container, I mean, we have to add it here. So let's just duplicate this one and render the mark as, or mark comment as spam. Okay, so let's try that out. Let's mark this one as spam. Okay, modal comes up, everything looks correct. And let's go ahead and mark it as spam. The success notification comes up, but we still want to show the number of spam comments in here if we are an admin. Actually, first let's check if that worked. So let's go into our database. We are in our comments and let's see if any of them are 1, and this one is 1. Cool. So if I were to do that again, it should be 2. Mark as spam. And this should be 2 now. Okay. So let's go ahead and show the spam reports in here, just like we have for the ideas. So if you don't remember, we have this that shows only when you're an admin. Okay, so let's do that. Let's grab it from our idea show. Let's look for spam here. And there it is. So we have to be an admin and there has to be at least 1 spam report. So let's grab that. Let's go to our idea comment and let's look for the body and we can paste that in here. Okay. So that should render now. Sorry, should be a comment. Okay. And there it is, cool. And we also want to listen for the events, so this updates automatically. So right now it doesn't. So at this point it should be 3, and if I do refresh it will update. But I want it to update automatically, so let's do that. Let's go into our idea comment and the class. And let's add that event. Let's say, what was it called? Comment was marked as spam. So let's grab this, let's duplicate this, let's paste this, and we are refreshing the comment, and this should work. Let's try this one, mark as spam, and it does update. Cool. So like I said, I'm going to do mark as not spam behind the scenes because it's pretty much the same thing as what we just did. The only difference is only the admin can do that functionality. So I'll be back when it's done. Okay, I've gone ahead and added mark as not spam. So if I click this, we can reset the spam counter as an admin, and I am logged in as my admin account. So the next thing I did was I added this filter, like I said earlier. So we have this spam ideas filter, and it filters the ideas by if they have spam or not. And then we can go into it and delete it if we need to. So let's do something similar for comments, but it's a bit different because this lists out ideas, but we want to show ideas that have at least 1 spam comment in them. So we can make use of Laravel's has method. So we can query relationship existence. The example they have here is get all the posts if there are at least one comment. And this is similar to what we want, but we want a condition on it. So for this, we can make use of the where has method. So for us, it's going to be idea where has comments, and the spam report has to be at least 0, or at least 1, I mean. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's add that new filter. It's called ideas, or it's within ideas index, I believe. Or let's add it in the view first. So ideas index. And we have this one for spam ideas. Let's add a new one called spam comments. Okay. And now let's go into ideas index, the class. Let's add that new one underneath spam ideas. So here, let's copy this. Let's paste it in. Okay. And say spam comments. And like I said, we can make use of the where has method. So idea where has comments. And we have this callback. So let's do that. So query where has comments. And the second param is a callback. So say function query, and we can do something like this. Say query where spam reports is greater than 0. Okay, so hopefully this works. So let's give that a try. Actually, let's add some spam reports first. So let's go back to no filter. Let's go into a few of these and add some comments with spam. So let's mark a few as spam here. So that's one idea. Let's go for this one as well. Doesn't matter which comment. And let's do one more. So there should be 3 here. Or 3 ideas with at least one comment that has been marked as spam. Okay, so let's try this out. Let's go to that new filter, spam comments. And we do have 3, so it is working. So if I were to reset the spam counter on those comments, then these should disappear from this filter. So let's do it manually. So let's set one of them to 0. Okay, now it should only show 2, and it does. And there's only 1. Cool. So we can go into it. We can manually check for which one is marked as spam, and we can either delete it or reset it. And now we go back here. There are no more. Cool. So like I said, it checks for at least 1. So if there's 2, so if I just go back here and mark 2 comments here as spam, if I just remove one of them, it will still show up on that list. So there's 2 here. If I go back here, it will show 1 comment or 1 idea like this. So if I were to just remove one of them, it will still show up here because there's still at least 1 comment here. And it does. Cool. So it will only disappear if there are no comments that are marked as spam. Back here, and it's empty. Cool. Okay, for tests, I'm going to do that behind the scenes as well, as it's pretty much the same as what we have for the ideas. So we have, I don't know what I named it, mark idea as spam. Do I have a test for that? I named it spam management test, and it has tests for both marking the idea as spam and not spam. So like I said, it's pretty much the same thing, but for comments. So I'm not going to make you watch me do that, but I will do it behind the scenes, and the code will be available. Actually, we have a test for the filters as well. So we have this other filters test, so we can make a test for that new filter. and I already have it in my clipboard. Let's name it Spam Comments Test Works. Spam Comments Test Works. Let me just paste in the test. So we have a user. We have 3 ideas. Okay. And what's going on here? Idea or comment 1 and comment 2 have spam reports. And we are going to that ideas index component. We are filtering by that new filter. I think that name is wrong. It's spam comments. So let's change that. And we're just asserting that there are 2 ideas with at least 1 spam comment. So that's because comment 1 belongs to idea 1 and comment 2 belongs to idea 2. And they both have spam reports. So that should be 2. So if you run this test, it does pass. Cool. So I'll add the tests for marking as spam and not spam behind the scenes, and I will be back when it's done. Okay, so I've added the comments spam management test, which you can take a look at. But like I said, it's pretty much the same as the test for marking ideas as spam. So again, this will be available in the source code. Let's run this entire file. And everything is passing. Cool. Before we finish up this video, I want to make a few changes that I missed in the previous videos. So the first one is edit comment. I believe there's a placeholder in here, which should be for comments. Your comment. So that would be in here. So let's go to my ideas. Or it doesn't have to be my idea, it just has to be my comment, sorry. So let's make a new comment. And I forgot to add the placeholder, so now it's in there. And if I remove this, there should be a placeholder. Cool. I want to make that a bit longer actually. Let's say type your comment here. Okay. Next is in our modal confirm. Here we're checking if there's a Livewire component or if it's an Alpine component. And I should have just used the other one here, event to open modal. So it's going to be either or. So let's just use the variable instead. So if it's this, it's an Alpine component we're listening for. But if not, it's a Livewire event we're listening for. Okay. And let's make sure that still works. So this one is Alpine. Okay, so it still works. And the last thing is a bug on deleting comments here. So let me show it to you. So let's make 2 comments without refreshing the page. So 1 comment here, there it is. Let's make another one. Second comment, okay. And if we delete one of the comments, let's go ahead and do that. This will work. But if I try deleting another comment before refreshing the page, this will not work. There we go, we get this 404. So what we have to do is go to our delete comment here. So the problem has to do with this variable here. So at this point, we are deleting the comment, but it still exists on this instance over here. So all we want to do is set it to null, and that should fix the problem. So this comment is null after we delete it, and hopefully that fixes it. So we still have 2 comments in here, so we can try again. So let's hard refresh a few times. So deleting the first one should work. Oops, null used. So let me try that again. Not sure why that happened. So I'm going to make another comment because we have to delete 2. Say third comment. Okay, so we have 2 comments here. Let me hard refresh again. And let's delete this one first. Should work. Okay, so we have this error because I type hinted the comment. So we have to remove that because we want it to be null at some points. Okay. Actually, I think if we add a question mark here. This should allow null values, if I'm not mistaken. So let's try that one more time. Let's add one more comment. So we have 2, fourth comment. Okay. And let's try deleting them now without refreshing. Okay. Okay, so it does work. And let's try the second one here, and hopefully this works too. And it looks like it does work now. Awesome. So we did fix that bug. So that's it for this video. Let's go ahead and make a commit as always. This is episode 56. Git add, git commit, episode 56. Comment, spam management.